have finished. Widnes fans delighted by the news that Jonathan Davis has passed a fitness test. But it's in that pack, I think, with Sorensen, Grimmer and Coloto, where the damage to Hull has got to be done. And the Hull side relying heavily on that very, very big pack, but especially, I think, the two halves, Greg Mackey and Patrick Aunta. They're the danger to Widnes. What a nervous time for those three gentlemen. Greg Mackey on the left there, the Hull skipper, and Jonathan Davis never seems nervous, always rise to the big occasion. And certainly John Holsworth with 4 Premiership trophy finals behind him and referee of the year for the 4th occasion. They know what all the pressure is about. It's about that trophy there on that bottom left-hand side. Ideal conditions. Wonderful atmosphere, Ross.
Yes, Ray, it's just like being at Wembley, being here at Old Trafford. The ground's absolutely packed. You said before 40,000. I'll say there's going to be a record today, and there'll be around 42 to 43,000.
So, John Holsworth just having a word with the Widnes, and of course, I think, Ross, we've got to say straight away what could be the mood in this Widnes camp. Sensations last night. There's talk of Martin O'Fire with a transfer request, and the possibility of Doug Lawton moving, and he's being linked with Leeds tomorrow.
Well, I think going into a big game like this, the players don't need that sort of feeling going about. You need stability, especially when you're playing against a side like Hull or any team. I think news breaking at this stage is not going to help Widnes' cause today at all.
Well, we must insist that it's only speculation at the moment, but it's this next 80 minutes that's going to count. And Widnes playing in their new jerseys, or white jerseys, and the black trim. Hull in the very famous, very traditional jerseys seen on Humberside for many, many years, the irregular black and white. Early testing here. If we have as good a game as we got in the second division final between Halifax and Salford, won 27 points to 20 by Salford, then we're in for a treat. Alan Tate happily recovered from a broken cheekbone. John Devereux in tremendous form at the moment, scored a hat-trick of tries against Featherstone Rovers in the semi-final qualifier last Sunday. Widnes' 4th consecutive final and looking for a 4th consecutive win. Already accounted for St Helens, Hull and Bradford Northern, and accounted for Hull on 3 occasions in the past. Hull looking for the first ever win. McCurry. Patrick Aunta. This is number 7, had a very good season this year, the French skipper, due to tour New Zealand this summer. Tackling as intense as we might expect at this early stage, Ross.
Yeah, I think the outcome of this game is going to be decided on the defence. I know Widnes need to throw the ball around to win the game because they're a free-flowing team, but Hull have to really apply the pressure on defence.
Hull possibly seeking to win this game through the big forwards. These are the men. Carl Harrison here, that's a tremendous burst by Harrison. Just couldn't get the ball away. But that's the sort of burst, that's the sort of power that we'll be looking to see, I think, from this Hull side. Widnes, on the other hand, hoping to move the ball out wide to these skillful backs. Devereux. Well, the ball stolen. It's interesting that next year ball stealing is banished from the game, Ross.
You're right, that's been banished in Australia now for 4 to 5 years. One-on-one, if a player comes in to tackle another player, he can take the ball off him, but not if there's 2 or more people into the play the ball.
So it's Hull now driving away down the middle with this pack. Pitch a little hard. The Manchester United ground staff were watering it very strongly this morning. Had the hose pipes and the sprinklers out there, but it's still hard. That's a good ball from Mackey to Webb. Back to Mackey again. Good kicking of a ball. That is a good kick. Difficult for O'Fire, but well taken by Martin O'Fire. to Alan Tate. Alan Tate telling me this week he relishes the wide open spaces here at Old Trafford. Caloto. Certainly Widnes looking to open this ball out. Obviously, I think a contrast in styles, Ross, between these two teams.
Very much so. Widnes are a free-flowing side, and they got to get the ball moving to their outside. But HKR have got big forwards and power up to the middle and take their chances running off their big forwards.
Good run there by Joe Grimmer. Nobody marking him, so he's allowed to tap the ball himself. To Dowd. Good kick. Good kick.
Ray, just going back to the Doug Lawton episode that happened last night over at Widnes, you know, maybe the players out there today will try and give Doug a send-off because he's been very loyal and has had a very good stay with Widnes, and maybe they'll play out of their skins for him.
So, Onta to feed to Mackie. The tackle by Barry Dowd. Barry Dowd, number 6 there for Widnes, playing in the place of the injured Tony Myler. Dannett. Again, these two props, Andy Dannett, number 10 and number 8 Harrison, causing problems already. Good ball to Harrison. Here's the other one. Something like 33 stone there in that front row with Harrison and Dannett. Good kick by Mackie. It's a chase. Devereaux's got it, surely. He has. Seems plenty of gaps here on this pitch already. Just 5 minutes gone, still no score. These Premiership finals dating back to 1974-75 season, whereby the top 8 clubs in both divisions play off for this end-of-season finale here now at Old Trafford. To Davis. The kick. Oh, that's a good kick. Sending Richard Gay back. Not many chasers, though. And it's Gay coming away. Really bad chasing there, Ross.
Well, one of the first people up to the ball for Widnes was their hooker. Sorry.
Hull seem to have settled down better than Widnes at this stage. Keeping the ball shorter, closer. Onta. Offside, yes. And it's referee Mr. Holsworth spotted Joe Grimmer offside. And that's the new modern game of rugby league. Hull's assistant coach there in communication with former Aussie Test prop Noel Clean, who's obviously sat in one of those seats in the main stands here at Old Trafford. Do you use a walkie-talkie, Ross, at all?
Yes, I do. I actually brought the walkie-talkie over here when I first started with Halifax 3 years ago, and the league actually banned them for a short time, and then when the other Australian coaches and English coaches started to use them, they brought them back into the game.
So, Paul Eastwood then, first chance of the match. It's fully 45 yards out. But he's a powerful kicker, is this lad, Eastwood. No wind down there. No, just to the left of the post. So, no score, still Widnes 0, Hull 0. The sort of kick that Eastwood could normally get.
Well, he certainly kicked some goals against Australia during the Test series from the sideline. Probably harder kicks than those and with more pressure.
£17,000 prize money at stake here as well for the winners. And huge gate receipts from this 40,000 plus crowd. Onta. This little lad Onta seems to be coming back into the rucks, not really moving this ball about. Now to Russ Walker, a lad whom our Australian viewers will be seeing shortly. He flies out on Tuesday to join St George in Sydney. Short forward play. Carl Harrison again. Had a couple of good runs so far.
Yes, at this stage, Hull are really testing out the Widnes forward pack.
Good run here by Damien McGarry. Quick lad. Mackey. Lively customer. That's a good kick from Mackey. It's spinning. Tate's there. Well, I think Alan Tate was almost ready to mark the ball there, but of course the mark went on to rugby league many years ago. Caloto driving away. And this Widnes side under pressure from this big, heavy, strong Hull pack.
That's very good defence by Hull.
Well, that's hardly the place to give a young 17 years old the ball. I don't think he really started young McCurry.
He was actually coming through to dummy as a dummy runner. Maybe he was handed the ball and he was confronted by 3 defenders.
Good tackling. Gevero. Widnes can't get away from here. They'll have to look to the trusty boot of Davis. They find him, and there it is. But the pressure back on. Lively footballer, this Richard Gay. A local lad, came through the amateur ranks on Humberside. Haunter to Mackey. Brad Webb. That's a good ball to Harrison again, but well covered. I think Alex Hull seemed to have settled down the better.
Well, yes, Ray, I've got with me now Steve Crooks. Steve, you must be happy the way things are going.
Yes, mate, we started off pretty good as well. You know, it's going to game plan or whatever, what we've done at the moment. We're playing strong and we're making a few breaks on the fringes there.
You must be really a little bit happy that you're finding so many gaps, because Widnes do look as though they're under a little bit of pressure. The lads really look as though they're one up.
Yes, I think so, mate. I think, you know, the defensive line ain't coming up straight, and we're going, we're attacking on the fringes again. We're stronger on the route, but we're trying to alter our play a little bit as well.
Well, Ray, you can see what's going on down here. I think the old bench are really happy the way they've started, and I think from Widnes there's got to be a response.
Well, let's see if this response is forthcoming. 10 minutes gone, still no score. Widnes, I think, at this stage, possibly taking the whole pack on down the middle, but we'll see. This is not normally Widnes' style of play. McKenzie. Well, there we can see how much they've had possession of that ball, not scored yet with it. And a horrid kick there from David Hume.
Yes, that was a bad kick by David Hume. He had plenty of the field to kick the ball in. Instead of that, he's tried to put the ball in behind the Hull back line. It's come up the side of his foot and has gone out on the full, which makes a scrum down where the player kicked the ball from.
Very warm down there in this sort of natural bowl here at Old Trafford. In recent seasons, become the scene of some of Rugby League's biggest test matches and cup semi-finals, and here now, the Stones Bitter Premiership final. Haunter, good switch of direction to Dannett. These two little half-backs, Haunter and Mackey, bringing the two big boys off them, Dannett and Harrison. Now Lee Jackson going for the line, it's all Hull. As Mackey there, number 6, points in the direction he wants the ball going, he wants it across. Haunter. I think a mistake there, a fire on this near side wing, was left with 3 or 4 men. Mackey, the good ball to Gay, he's in, yes, and the first ball there, beautiful pass from Greg Mackey. Richard Gay, who's had a couple of nice touches with that ball, this 22 years old gymnastic instructor, came up absolutely perfect, and he's got the first try. 4 points to 0 for Hull now.
The ball goes out to Mackey here. He's got plenty of men out in support out wide. Gay comes through on a straight ball, steps back inside, and is tackled over the line. It was a very good try by Hull. On the last 3 or 4 play the balls, they'd worked their way into the middle of the pitch until they got this overlap on the right-hand side of the field. Mackey's brought the outside player in. And then Gaze picked the ball up where the gap was left by the player coming in to tackle Mackie, and there he goes over for the try.
He cleverly cuts inside here, Ross. As you can see all the players moving across, moves inside, and that does the trick, doesn't it?
Well, Widnes are renowned for their slide defence, and if you can step inside them and step inside that cover defence coming across, you can always find a little gap there where he has just found it now.
So, Paul Eastwood now, not the most difficult of kicks, 20 yards out, 20 yards in from touch. Left-footed. Oh, he misses it. He misses it. Well, really, a kicker of Eastwood's experience and 118 goals this season. We could expect him to get that, but possibly a little pressure from this magnificent atmosphere here, the intense atmosphere that can get through to even the best of players.
Well, it's only early days in this match, but Hull to me seemed like they're a lot more hungrier to get on with this game, where Widnes just seem to be treating it as another game.
We said earlier, Ross, could the revelations regarding O'Fire and Coach Lawton have any effect? But certainly Widnes have not started out with any great vim or fire, have they?
No, they're not moving the ball around. They've got Davies out there, who's absolutely brilliant player. He's the best player I reckon I've seen for a lot of years. But we haven't seen none of this brilliance come out in them yet.
And the reason being, I think that these big men in the middle for Hull have commanded the ball and have commanded the possession. But of course, Widnes got such pace, such flair, such class in the side. This game, a long, long way to go. Devereux did well to take that. Courier. Strong, powerful runner, this lad, Andy Courier. 23 tries this season. Former Great Britain tourist. This is better from Widnes now. Barry Dowd looking to get the ball open, can't quite do so. Davis, oh, brilliant burst of speed, just can't get away. But that's what Ross Strudwick was talking about, the sheer speed of Davis. Takaloto, a good tackling, good defence. Hull moving up very, very quickly. McCurry, good determined ball. He's got there, Tate loses it. Eastwood's onside. But that was something like the Widnes we know. The ball passed at speed. And Lee Jackson there sensibly attacked in half-back, just slowing the game down, bringing it to the forwards now. Carl Harrison again. Yes.
It's got to be a high tackle, Ray, to hit him, because he's about 7 foot tall.
Yeah, he's a big lad, is this man, Carl Harrison. 16.5 stone for Hull. 3 tests against Australia this season, gaining in confidence. And this Hull pack doing a lot of damage. I think, Alex, Widnes not getting into this game, are they? Not really holding the ball.
Well, I don't think you can be too disappointed the way Hull have started. They've started closing Widnes down, and really it looks as though Hull have been here before and Widnes have not. Steve, you must be really happy the way things have started.
Yes, mate, we've had a dream start there. 4 points is what we're looking for. 6 would have been nice, but I mean, we've still got a long way to go yet. We won't get complacent just because we've scored a try. We've got a lot of hard work in front of us, and the boys will stick to it, I think.
But having said that, I've just been talking to Steve here, and he's been saying about Jonathan Davis. He's the man who should have the ball. Every time he gets it, he causes panic. But surely he's not getting much ball, Steve, so you must be happy about that.
Exactly so, yeah. I think in the centre, I mean, I think he's a class standoff. And I think a great opportunity for Widnes to play him there. We're thankful he's out in the centre, but it's still very dangerous where he is. So the least ball he gets is the better for us.
Well, Ray, the very happy old bench, and Widnes really looks as though the effort this morning of Doug Lawton going to Leeds and Martin O'Fire asking for a transfer, surely that must have effect on the performance.
Well, there's a long, long time to go yet, and a lot of classy players in this Widnes side. Not for anything of the won this trophy on many occasions before. 6 times winners of this Premiership trophy, and Davis again seeking to gain ground with that kick. That is a good kick too. 70, 80 yards, sends the Hull scuttling back, and that's better chasing, isn't it, Ross?
Well, they had 4 players down there, and they were all back, so they've all done their job. and they've held the Hull player down well inside his own 25.
But Hull continuing to move this ball around as Steve Crooks, Hull's assistant coach, said down there. They're hitting on the fringes. That's a good ball to Lee Jackson. Now then, Jackson, he's on his own. Will he elect to kick? He gets support to Mackey. And this Widnes side looking somewhat ragged. Eastwood now to Walker. Eastwood again. Eastwood going with the corner. He's a big lad. Oh, that's a superb tackle from Jonathan Davis. A magnificent tackle from Davis, held by Alan Tate. And Eastwood smiles to his opposite number. Wholehearted player, but aren't those Hull supporters relishing this effort?
Right, that was rugby league at its best. That was champagne rugby, that was. It started well down in their own 25. The ball went right across the back line and finished up with two forwards, taking the Widnes backs on down the far side of the field. Excellent rugby league.
And it's Widnes now on the rack, as David Hume certainly will want to make sure of this scrum. Widnes, head and ball, he gets it. Dowd misses it, but Tate takes. Offside. And I think Steve McCurry there, number 13, the youngster, I think he realises that Widnes really needed this breather. They've got to get their act together, they've got to get themselves organised. And Davis there, the captain, he's the man that's got to do it. And it needs a lead here, 20 minutes gone. Still, Hull in the lead, 4 points to 0, but it needs a lead from this Widnes pack to do a little bit of driving here now. Kaloto, Sorensen, Grimmer, they've got to take this game. Grimmer. Hume. And he's lost the ball, There looks a nervous edge about Widnes play, Ross.
Well, they don't seem to be playing their natural game. I watched them play St Helens in the semi-finals of the Silk Cup, and they've done exactly the same thing they're doing today. They're trying to take the opposition on up the middle, where their main strength is in their back line.
And here's Onta, the long ball to Eastwood. Eastwood's taking it. This is beautiful rugby. Can't get the support there, but it's Widnes again. Desperate defence. Hull, the long ball to Marlowe, but a good tackle there when the ball really should have gone out. Good tackle by David Hume. The short ball to Harrison. Harrison to Onta. Good tackle. Strong tackle. And the fifth tackle. Mackey certainly put that ball to the corner. Tricky ball. A good kick. Just bobbling over. But certainly Widnes forwards here, Kurt Sorensen and Cord, really got to do something. Jonathan Davis now coming into the act. The Widnes pack really making very little impact on Hull.
Well, they're taking them on up the middle when they've got the ball, and then when it comes to defence, they're tired and they're not getting back into position quick enough. And the Hull forwards are taking advantage of that and are making that much ground every time they singly take the ball up.
And a good decision there from referee John Holsworth. One or two of the Hull players just still ambling back. You've got to be 5 yards back. And that's a good kick. Now then, Davis putting the pressure on. Dowd. McCurry can't get the ball away. Perhaps a little bit too precise and fancy in midfield. Sorensen. Good dummy by Courier. That's a good ball. Hume, now then, this is better. Well, I can't see why the ball was turned back inside there, Ross. It was coming out this way to a fire's wing.
Yeah, was coming out to a fire, but Widnes had their back line set out back the other way. And I think the idea was to draw Hull's defence across and then have the ball along a complete back line on the far side of the field. But it was cut off by that Hull number 10 player who done a great job in cutting the ball movement up.
Hull steadying them down now. Again, Lee Jackson at the helm, number 9, the Great Britain hooker, calling the shots, bringing the big forwards forward. Here, Russ Walker. Now, Jonathan Sharp. Harrison again relishes the challenge, gets the ball away to Lee Jackson, looks for the support, he's got Onta with him, but time and time again this number 9 Great Britain hooker, Lee Jackson, is in support. And that's a good kick from Onta. Did you notice how the little Frenchman there, he spotted Martin O'Fire's back to the opposition and he put the little kick in. He's a disappointed man, this number 7. He wanted to stay at Hull, but just can't agree terms on a new contract.
Ray, this number 9 for Hull is a good player, really. This is the first time I've actually had to see him at club level, and he's brilliant. He's got plenty of pace and he can step off both feet.
Widnes then, in possession. Widnes have had 3 victories over Hull in this trophy final, 82, 83 and 89. That's a good ball, but Currier's lost it.
Although that was a panic pass then, and Widnes couldn't quite hang on to the ball, I think it's passes like that Widnes have got to speculate with if they're going to get away with this game. I don't think they can play safe rugby against the side that the defence is so steady as what Hull's is.
Onta on that blind side, he's going to go himself. Can he make it? No, he doesn't, but he was sensible there. He put the ball behind him. And it's Hull now calling all the shots. Paul Hume taking his time getting up there, letting his side regroup. Sorensen. Need a few good charges from this former Kiwi Test favourite. David Hume. Back to Davis. Davis now looking for the kick again. But again, Richard Gay up to it. But Davis trying to pressure Hull. Surely, Alex, there must be some concern there on the Widnes bench at the way things are going.
Well, Ray, at this moment in time, I've got Reggie Bowden. Reg, a little bit disappointed. Are you surprised the way Hull have started?
Not surprised the way they've started. They had a good outfit. They were leading the championship early on in the season, even up to March. I think they're playing very well. They're playing to their strengths, which are the forwards. And they're getting in amongst us. They're not allowing us to move the ball out. They're making us turn the ball back inside. They're playing very well at the moment, and it's all Hull.
But are you surprised that you're allowing him to run with the ball? They look as though they've been to the finals, and Widnes have not.
I don't who's been to finals or what. It doesn't look like that. The game's all about them who want to win the most. It looks like Hull at the moment, and they've just gone in for another try.
And there is another try. Russ Walker. Reggie Bowden was saying how worried he was that Hull were running all over Widnes, and that little Frenchman Patrick Onta, he dummied and he shimmied, he got the ball to Eastwood. Good running from Eastwood, and Russ Walker, as any good forward should be, was in support.
Here goes Patrick Onta. He's got the ball from dummy half. He's run across field and dummied inside the Widnes defence. He sucks a fire in here and calls his winger back inside of him. There goes Eastwood, straight back in towards the middle of the post, goes around the cover defence, and then straightens up and heads back towards his own wing again. And then number 12 comes straight through there, picks up the pass, plays off him, and over for what I call one of the best tries I've seen in rugby league for a lot of years. That was a brilliant try. There goes the ball back inside. Eastwood drags all the defence back across into the middle of the field. He gets in line with the post and then heads back out towards the sideline again. Here comes the Hull's cover support, and over he goes, still with 2 more players, number 4 and number 6. Any number of Hull players could have scored that try.
And here he is, Barney Eastwood, as he's known to his friends, looking for the kick. 8 points to nil. Tries by Gay and Walker. 27 minutes gone in this first half. And certainly, if Eastwood could pump this over, making his 119th of the season, a lot of problems for Widnes. Oh, and it's a good one. No, just dipped below the post, so still 8 points to nil. But what a run there from Eastwood.
Yes, here goes little Entat, dummied his way through there, plenty of power in his legs, runs across field, goes past Davis, brings the fire in. You'll see a fire come into the picture in a moment. When he sees the fire tied up in defence, there he is now, pulls his winger back inside of him. Then Eastwood heads back towards the centre of the field, trying to pick up his support. And then he changes direction again, heads back towards his own wing, where all of his Hull players come along and support him. And as you can see on the outside of him, there's plenty of Hull support there. I think it was a great try.
It was like one of those little children's clockwork toys that run around on the top of the table. It was as if nobody knew where he was going, but certainly he did, as Hull now come away with this ball. 8 points to nil. A huge following here from Humberside, roaring them on, supporting them. As Alex and Reg Borden indicated, they led the League Division 1 Championship for a good length of time before Wigan finally picked them. On tap. Good combination here. Mackey again. These two half-backs, number 7 Greg Mackey and the Patrick Ontak, kept that ball, as we can see, for 11 minutes, but it's the use that they've made of it. And another good kick there from Ontak. What a last game for Hull this lad's having.
Ray, does he speak English fluently?
I rang him earlier in the week. His wife certainly doesn't speak English. I can vouch for that, and my French isn't so good, but we managed a conversation anyway. Yeah,
because it's fairly important for a halfback to be able to direct play. And when I heard that they had a Frenchman playing halfback, I wonder how he got on conversing with the rest of his teammates.
I think he's developed some words on Humberside anyway.
Well, maybe Greg Mackey's doing the job for him. Maybe Greg Mackey's a great French-speaking person.
An Australian teaching him English.
That'd be right.
So, Hull still on the attack. Just 10 minutes left in this first half. Tried, trusted formula that they've used all season, the big forwards. On tap, Mackey again. That's a good ball again. They've got Walcott on the outside. Almost a chance there, Damien McGarry. 10 yards now from this line. Almost interception. And that, apart from one kick, is the first time that Martin Offiah, the most lethal try scorer in the game, has touched the ball. A lot of interest in whether Offiah would finish as the top of the try scorer this season. He has in fact done so, because his rival on 47 tries, Halifax's Greg Austin, failed to score in the second division Premiership trophy final. Just a stoppage in play there. It looks as if Damien McGarry has a knock. A professional player from the Balmain club in Sydney. Had a useful spell since arriving at Hull at Christmas time. And Patrick Ontak, number 7 there, puts his hands up. Whose ball is it, he says? In fact, the ball's gone.
Well, number 3 from Hull, Damien McGarry, has just gone down injured, and he's gone out onto the wing for Hull. He's going to be a passenger for a little while, so I think their coach will have to keep an eye on him.
So, Hull's feed, Hull's ball. Well in there by David Hume. Good battle going on now between these two scrum halves. Eastwood having a very big influence in this game. Nice to see Hull's Aussie coach Noel Clean using Eastwood as a second forward, bringing him in for the wing. He is 14 stone.
Greg Mackey, number 6 for Hull. Every time he touches the ball, there's a try on it. If it goes on his own, or there's something on out wide from him.
3 yards now from this Widnes line. Hull 8 points to nil in the lead. The short ball, here's Harrison. Good tackle to John Sharp. Still on tap with the ball, the long ball. but a good tackle by Courier. And the 5th tackle, surely now, the little grubber kick. No, picked up by Devereux. These Widnes forwards not really coming up sharply to take this ball. One or two of this Widnes pack, possibly in the veteran stage already. There we see Harvey Howard just arrived on the field as substitute for Imosi Kaloto. Number 15. Barry Dowd. One or two of these Widnes forwards, Ali, looking a little out of sorts.
Well, Ray, I think what the problem is, really, Hull are not allowing him to play this game. I think Patrick Onsor and Greg Mackey are really dictating the game, and they're bringing the old forwards in. And really what they're doing is just taking the game to Widnes and closing them down. And Steve Crooks, surely you can't have imagined that the game would go like this.
I mean, obviously, we'd like to think it had gone like this, but, I mean, it's going better than what we thought. We was expected to win the game in the last quarter, but with us being in front now, but it's still a long time to go, and we know how good Widnes are, so we'll stick out our task and hopefully come up with the goods at the end.
And we've just had a little bit of a warning on the bench, Ray, that one or two of these lads sat on the bench are sending the lads on with water bottles, and they've been told send one man at a time and one man only, and that's been official from the Rugby League headquarters.
And that's a good kick. And it's very, very warm down there. But again, we do need to see this number 5, Martin O'Fire, in possession. Speed like this on the Widnes wings, really being neglected. Hume. Almost a half break. Widnes now pending here for a considerable time, not able to get away. O'Fire. Can he get away? He does. Now then, this man is dangerous on the outside, but a good tackle. Superb tackle there. But that just shows the danger that Widnes have, doesn't it, Ross?
It does. Like Martin O'Fire picked that ball up, and he had the whole forward pack in front of him. And the whole forward pack has been tackling that well that no one was going to get through there. But O'Fire, being so fast and being so skillful at evasion, he went right across the side of the paddock and made a break down the far side of the field. And Widnes can do that at any stage.
And an off-the-ball incident. O'Fire not very happy with that. An off-the-ball incident. Mr. Holdsworth having a word with Lee Jackson. And here we see, Ross, this incident, don't we?
Yep. Here we go. Here comes Martin O'Fire around the far side. He's making a break. The winger comes in and a copybook tackle. That is a brilliant tackle, but instead of allowing him to get up and play the ball, Lee Jackson comes in on a second tackle, which is not called for, and it's illegal in rugby league, and the referee had no option but to give a free kick to Widnes.
Paul Hume. This Widnes pack at the moment being very easily contained in midfield. Barry Dowd, Harvey Howard.
David Hume's a very good competitor for Widnes, even though his forward pack's not going forward here. He's in there taking the ball up himself, and he's doing what these front rowers should be doing.
But it's good tackling by this whole side, even small players like Alta in the... Mackenzie looks for the gap, spots it, just can't get away. Now then, surely, possibly the high ball from Davis. It is, and it is high. Oh, the snow on that ball. Richard Gay takes it superbly, but it's a dropout, and that's what Ross Strudwick was saying about that lad there, running back, number 7, David Hume. He kept Richard Gay behind the line there, and it's the dropout. So the first real pressure on Hull. But what a catch from Richard Gay. Excellent catch, but now then, here's a chance for Widnes to do something. In possession, John Devereux. Good ball on the outside to Courier. Steps inside, back to Devereux. This is better now. And suddenly Widnes go up a couple of notches. Dowd again at the hub of things. To Sorensen. Good ball. Mackenzie. Davis. To O'Fire. O'Fire going for the corner. He's got the pace. Oh, Davis just misses out. And a little hesitancy there, I think. Perhaps passing the ball to a fire.
Well, this is Widnes.
Begging.
This is definitely Widnes, as we know. And there's Davis, draws in the number 4 for Hull, gives it to a fire. Not quite enough room there as those two players come into him near the try line. So he puts a little kick forward. It's a good kick too. If there had been a bit more support by his Widnes players, they could have scored from that. Instead of that, it comes over the try line, dead ball line, and the player starts again from the 25 tap.
But the chance gone begging, and still Hull in that lead. 8 points to 0. Just 2 minutes left in this first half. Tries from Richard Gay and Ross Walker.
That was a much better passage of play then from Widnes. They looked how Widnes should look.
And that just shows how delicately poised is this match. Hull, of course, looking for revenge against Widnes in these trophy finals.
Those two early missed penalties, conversions, could prove costly for Hull here. The score should be 12 instead of 8.
And this, I think, could be a costly injury. Carl Harrison is a big man, he's a strong man. He looks to be in pain. Not quite sure where the extent is, but we can see there from Steve Crooks, the assistant coach, he's certainly worried about that.
There comes Carl Harrison in for the tackle. It's quite a legitimate tackle. The player takes him low, another one over the top. But I think as he hits the ground, he twists and he just corked his thigh. I think you'll find after a bit of spray, he'll be back on the field playing again.
I think, Alex, a chance there from Widnes gone, but certainly it shows the way Widnes should be playing.
Yeah, but take nothing away from Mulray. You know, they got across, there was plenty cover there. A lot of people are just saying down here that thought Jonathan Davis should have chewed the ball another 3 or 4 yards. But at this moment in time, this is Widnes' best attacking force. We've got a little problem with Harrison, and Steve, there must be a bit of a problem there. You must be a little bit worried.
Yes, obviously Carl's been going very well for us in the first 40. He's had a bit of a thigh strain the last week or so, and he's played through it, so it's a bit of a doubt for us, a bit of a worry for us, you know. Hopefully it'll go well.
But Ray, we've got a big problem here now, is that there has been a complaint that 1 or 2 of the lads are running on with the water bottles. 1 man per time is allowed to go on the field now, not more than 1, and being good professionals, they're all running on 6s and 7s.
Well, it's certainly very warm down there, and I think they'll need some water at half-time, but Widnes still trailing, 8 points to 0. Mr. Holsworth keeping this play moving fluently, keeping the sides back. Excellent play from Hull hooker Lee Jackson. And that's a penalty. Surely he was held back. No play on, says Mr. Holsworth. Well, what's John Shute doing there? Well, a little mystifying period of play there. I think the Hull players were looking to see that a man was held down, and John Sharp just kicked the ball rather aimlessly upfield. Good run by Joe Grimmer there now, and that's the sort of runs that Widnes are desperate from their forwards. Here's another one now. That's a good ball to Tate. Not seen Alan Tate linking up as we have done in the previous 2 finals. Man of the match, Gown. Courier, the ball went back, says Mr. Holsworth. But there's the hooter. There's the half-time hooter. Unusual to see no points against Widnes' name, but certainly one can't grumble there with that 8 points to Hull. Tries in the 12th minute from Richard Gay, the 27th minute from Walker, and really a reward for those fans. They've threatened very, very early on. The tackling was hard, the tackling was strong, and just the 2 opportunities, and Hull took them. But I'm sure that Widnes coach Doug Lord will be saying to his lads that he wants that ball moving around. He wants the ball in Davis, O'Fire and Devereux's hands. Plenty of drama down there in the dressing rooms that this 41,000 record crowd here not knowing of. There we see Phil McKenzie sadly walking out, not to take any further part in this game. The Widnes hooker, heavily strapped with a dead leg, and Darren Wright, a centre, having to come on. We'll be very interested to see who goes into the pack. It could possibly be John Devereux. He's a big lad. And also, plenty of action in that Hull dressing room. Carl Harrison, we see, who has a similar dead leg and has similar strapping on there to Mackenzie. Well, he's strapped up, he's fighting the pain, and he's carrying on. A lot of pressure now, I think, on this man, Kurt Sorensen, the Widnes pack leader, Ross.
Very much so. I think Widnes, if they're going to stay into this game, their forward pack's got to take the whole pack on, and they've got to come out at least even so that the brilliant backs can do their work.
The problem for Widnes is, though, that they're under pressure in the pack, and it's in the pack where they've lost 2 players already. They've lost Coloto and they've lost Mackenzie. So, Sorensen now driving in. Widnes trailing 8 points to 0. And the ball back to Davis. That's a good kick. Good kick. Oh, a superb effort. Leisurely, almost nonchalantly kicked by this little man. But it sends play down there 70 yards. Although you were making an interesting point to me at half-time about Davis having to come in and take the kicks, Ross.
Yeah, Davis is playing into the centres, and because he's getting in behind the forward pack, it's leaving Widnes without a backline to pass the ball to. He's moving in on the 2nd or 3rd tackle, and so the Widnes backline is to short one player. So where we always see Widnes throwing the ball around and looking sensational, they're actually having to play it up the middle because their centre in Davies is standing behind the pack.
And Widnes not short of a hooker, of course. Steve McCurry, the youngster playing at loose forward, is a hooker. But number 14 there, Darren Wright, well, I don't think he'll relish going into the 2nd row, although I'm sure some of these big Hull forwards charging through now will certainly relish a centre in the 2nd row opposite them. Brilliant sunshine now here on these players. But the pitch very hard, as I said, they were watering it very early on this morning. That's a good ball to Brad Webb. Eastwood. Well taken by Devereux. Devereux very strong on the run. Went with the Great Britain tour to Papua New Guinea and New Zealand last summer. Sorensen back to Tate. Hume. David Hume, experienced player in his testimonial season 10 years at Gorton Park. One of the lads who never gives up. If anybody, he can get this Widnes side going. Alan Tate. And Widnes really have got to hold possession. They've got to keep in possession. That's a good ball from McCurry. McCurry now coming away. This is the chance that they need. Has he got any support? He just can't get there. But this is better now, and at last the Widnes fans something to roar for. To Dowd, a good ball. It was knocked on, but it's another 6 tacklers. It was knocked on by Hull. In fact, it stopped a certain try, but it's a fire now. Lazily thrown back. Harvey Howard. And really, that was a ball thrown lazily back there by a fire. Howard plays the ball himself. But at last, Widnes shaking Hull up now. To Sorensen. Good ball to Paul Hume. Oh, he's thrown it anywhere, but it's still back in Widnes. Sorensen again to Davis. Davis, he's going with the corner. Can he be? He's in. No, it's touch. Oh, it's touch.
That'll be interesting to see. Ray, I thought he put the ball down before he went out.
Well, the touch judge there, right on the spot. Bren Unsworth with his yellow flag. It's shot in the air. And as you say, that's going to be interesting to see.
Here it is now. Sorensen goes across, passes the ball to Davies. Here he goes, heading straight for the sideline, heads for the corner.
No.
Oh, it was close, it was close.
He was out.
I think he was out too, Ray, but I called him in.
Well, that's what touch judges are for. Instant, dramatic decisions like that. So, Widnes, 2 tries missing in the quarters. But at last, Widnes putting the pressure on Hull now. 5 minutes gone, just in this 2nd half. Grimmer, good tackle.
It's very hot out there, Ray. It'll be interesting whether this Hull pack, they're a big lot of men, and it's got to be hard for them to keep getting up off that ground and keep going, and they've got another 35 minutes to do it.
It is, it's intriguing now to see whether this very big Hull pack, averaging 15, 16 stone a man, can actually wear down this Widnes side, or whether Widnes, the younger lads, the lighter ones with Wright in the second row and McCurry, can come stronger as they go on.
That's what should happen.
But here's Mackie now. Mackie got no support, he looks for it. Oh, he still keeps it going, but it's a forward pass. Not very often you see that. A back forward pass. But it was, he tried to get the back pass in, it went forward. And I let off the...
Here goes Mackie now, he gets to the fullback. And then instead of going on with it, he's just tried to do the flick out through the back passage, a little flick pass, but instead of that, it hit the Widnes player and the ball went to the ground.
It's certainly all action. Very rarely do we get a dull game in these Premiership finals. To Hume, down, Tate, being well taken care of every time he comes into the line. One of these Hull defenders, number 13 there, John Sharp, is picking him up. Yao. Favourable bounce there for Gay. Mr. Holdsworth ruling that the ball went backwards. One or two of the Widnes fans claiming the knock-on. And I think the vital, crucial time in this game. Widnes have got to get back in this game. They can't afford Hull to just hang in there, sit on this lead, or even score. Widnes have to score first. Harrison, a brave effort from this lad. Gannett. Charging run, he's still going. He shrugs off David Hume. What a run there from this front forward. 45 yards. The fifth tackle coming up, but it's Hull using it on the attack. They've got a 2-1. No. Lee Jackson was wanting his wingman to come inside, and he didn't. But here's a change. Number 14, Gary Nolan, coming on for Damien McGarry. But certainly these two were Hull props, Harrison and Gannett, causing problems. This lad, Gary Nolan, scored the winning try against Leeds in the semi-final last Sunday in the 9 seconds. To Hume, Grimmer. No Widnes forward there, Ross, is managing to break the cover, are they?
No, the whole defence is thick and it's very tight, and they're big men and they're very hard to get around. I can't understand why Widnes are continually trying to go up the middle when they should be able to hit them wide.
But also when Widnes tried to hit wide, not to Hull cover. He's there, here's a good run now, but a good tackle. Just looked at that tackle there from number 3, Damien McGarry. And he has an ankle injury, but that's the quality, that's the guts of this Hull side. He doesn't want to come off, but come off he must. So, problems with injuries in the Hull side, Alex?
Well, not problem with the Hull. We've got problems at Widnes. Reggie Bowden, Phil McKenzie, that must be a terrible blow.
It's a bad blow, actually, Alex. As you know, he's one of the best hookers in the game, and he's excellent from the acting half-back. So it's a bit of a blow to us, but the lads will do the best. They're out there trying. We've put more pressure on them in the first 5 minutes of the second half than what we did for all the game in the first half. So we're just hoping that we can get a little bit of a lucky break. If we can come back to 6 points, 8-6, I think we will see another good shout.
Well, surely, Reggie, you've got to contain this whole pack. Gannett and Harrison are really taking you apart down the middle. The big lads, Untar and Greg Mackey, are causing you a lot of problems. How are you going to overcome that?
Well, the two half-backs are very good, and they drop the ball inside to the big men running strong. The only way you can combat that, Alec, is knock them down early. You've got to get into them from the double-acting half-back and make sure they don't run. And I'm sure that's what the lads are trying to do. But all we can do is just keep doing the tackling, keep whittling away at them, and hope that we can throw the ball about a little bit more, come away with a few points.
Well, Reg, you've got it from the horse's mouth, Ray. Reggie Bowden said they've got to knock them down, and that they've got to do.
And it's Hull now, good kick, but well picked up by knock-on. Harvey Howard, difficulties there, and I think exactly what Reggie Bowden, the former Widnes skipper and Widnes scrum half, said. Widnes need a lucky break, because if Hull get this break, well, the trophy could be going over the Pennines. And there it is now to Mackie. These two half-backs dictating terms, but a good scruff of the neck tackle, nothing illegal about it. From Paul Hume. But these are the men who are doing the damage, the whole forwards. John Sharp. Half an hour left in this match, 8 points to 0 to Hull. Good ball, Harrison again, charging for that line, just a foot short. Mackie, good ball. Desperate defence here from Widnes. Referee Mr. Holsworth shouting, let go, get away. He wants this game to be played at 100 miles an hour. That's exactly what we're getting. Brad Webb, good kick. And more pressure. Good kick there from Brad Webb, the former South St Sydney centre, but good dive on the ball there from David Hume. And Widnes just can't get away from here.
No, Hull are putting a lot of pressure on Widnes here. They're attacking the line. They've been doing so for about 7 or 8 tackles. You see young Webb put the little kick in, but Hume was good enough to cover it and dive on it, which game now starts from a drop out from underneath the post.
Russ Walker. A lot of running having to be done by this lighter but quicker Widnes pack. And the question is, as we're in this last half hour, will these big, heavy men from Hull dominate? Mackie to John Sharp.
Harrison's lining himself up for a run here. It'll be interesting.
Here he is. The good ball to the substitutes. Just couldn't get through Gary Nolan, but the 5th tackle. A good ball again, driving, and that shows the confidence of this Hull side. Andy Dannett, just yards short. But there's a lot of tackling to be done there by Widnes, and there must be 1 or 2 tired players.
This is the type of defence we've been used to from Widnes also. They've been under pressure now for 10 minutes, and they haven't let a try in. That's the type of stuff that we got used to them over the last few years.
The problem is when you're under defence like that, Ross, and you're taking those tackles, you haven't got the legs to run and break the tackles, have you?
No, this is where they need someone like a Fire now to come in and take a short pass off one of the halfbacks and do that something extraordinary.
Oh, good ball. McCurry, he's having a good game, this lad. But who's with him? Oh, he's passed it to the wrong man. Well, really, there are no other forwards with this young lad, McCurry. 17 years of age, but he's certainly doing his stint as back come Hull. The referee signals that that wasn't a high tackle around the collar. It's non-stop. Brad Webb, not really got the pace to trouble a wingman of a Fire's speed and class.
A lot of the times you find in games of rugby league, when a side has been defending his line for a long time and the attacking side can't get over the try line, the defending side will sneak away and come up with a try.
Well, if Widnes ever had a time to come away and sneak a try, this is about it. Alan Tate, well taken. He's got to get over that line, he does do. Needs some inspiration from the likes of this man, Tate, Davis and a Fire. Still Widnes trailing by 8 points to 0. Significant that John Devereux having to come in off the wing there to give his pack a hand. Alex, can you see any way that Widnes are going to break this Hull defence?
Well, Ray, I can't really. It's a tremendous game, and Hull are putting Widnes under all sides of pressure. Young Damien McGarry is sat at the side of his ear, and Stevie, I believe he's got a bit of a knee problem.
No, it's an ankle problem, actually, Alex. He's been struggling with it for the last week or two, and unfortunately, it's gone again today. But the lad who's gone on, he'll do a good job for us. He'll work on the strength of the whole squad, and Gary's a good player, and we'll see what he can do for us.
But surely you must be very, very pleased the way your forwards are playing and your two half-backs. If they say any team can win a game, it's your forwards, and your forwards are certainly playing well.
Yes, very much so. A very strong set of players. But I mean, the thing is, we're not making mistakes. No, we've been called the last few weeks in the press for being a bit dour and not controlling the ball. But today we've controlled the ball, no errors, and we've come up with the goods up to now. But like I said, there's still 25 minutes, 30 minutes to go, Alex, and we'll talk at the end of the game.
Well, you've got it there, eh? Whoever controls the ball, and believe me, it looks at this moment in time as though Hull want to control it all the time.
Well, certainly, as we in this last 25 minutes, the record crowd amended now to 42,000. I'm sure there'll be nobody leaving this stadium, because like me, I would like to tip a winner. But it's Hull now driving in, and this is where the real pressure's coming down the middle here. Simple tactics, but effective tactics. Out to Russ Walker. And Hull moving the ball as well. Well picked up. Quite a few tired players out there now. The gaps will be beginning to come, I think, very, very shortly. Paul Hume driving in, he gets it there now to Alan Tate. Can he get away? Oh, he just couldn't get it away to Davis. Being held down. A penalty. Penalty there for being held down. Davis in a hurry to put the ball down there, and I'm not surprised to see players being substituted on and off the field, because it really is a hard game. It's a rough, tough, bruising game. And Imosi Kaloto, the giant Tongan forward, previously played with Wellington in New Zealand, coming on for Joe Grimmer. That's a good kick. And Widnes now have got to make and take advantage of this. The first time they've been in this 25-yard area in this second half. Harvey Howard, that's a good ball to McCulley. What a good game this young number 13's having, Ross.
He is, he's in everything. He's in all the defence, and when the ball's got to go up, he just keeps appearing from nowhere. And since he's gone into hooker, he's probably done better than what Mackenzie was doing.
And that's a bad mistake by the Widnes scrum half, David Hume. A knock-on. Widnes just unable to keep the pressure on this this Widnes side, and we can see the mistakes there. The number of scrums that Hull have had the ball, 10 scrums to 3. Not a single scrum against the head. Mr. Holsworth having a word. He's not very happy with that tackle, or attempted tackle by Barry Dowd. By Barry Dowd, the number 6. I think Mr. Holsworth said, look, you missed him that time, but I've seen it. Mr. Holsworth about to jet down under to take charge of the Australia v New Zealand Test Series this summer, and well deserved. His 4th Premiership trophy final. A man who stands no nonsense. So Widnes once again let the pressure off Hull, didn't they?
Well, I thought it's been so long since they got inside the Hull 25. I thought once they got there, they would have controlled the ball and went over the try. But that silly pass by Hume, which the ball went to the ground, all it's done is taken the pressure off Hull, and now the game is back in Hull's court again.
It certainly is, and it's Carl Harrison again using that ball out now to Orntak. What good games these two have had, Orntak and Mackie. These two little scurriers, scamperers behind this big pack. But again, this match poised. Neither side certain of success. Gannett. And the 5th tackle. A slight breeze beginning to get up here now. I wonder, will Mackie put the ball in the air? I think he does. That's good. Oh, well taken by Devereux. And Devereux comes racing away down the middle. Good catch, good take by Devereux.
There's a lot of wind down there, Ray. Like that ball was heading towards the uprights, and it blew 10 yards to the right-hand side of the field.
Kaloto trying desperately to get this ball to a fire. Sorensen. Good break by Sorensen. He's got David Hume on his outside. Now then, where's Martin O'Fire? Can he get it to him? He does. O'Fire scorching in at the corner. That's the try. That's the break. It's O'Fire's 49th try of the season. And at last, he gets his name on the scoreboard again. And that's the pace that Widnes can show. And that's why I said this game is far from over.
Here comes Hume. David Hume, always present. In my mind, he's been probably man of the match. There he goes, a good pass to O'Fire, who's been left out there on his own. Webb comes in with a scurry to get him, but O'Fire is just too quick. And there he goes over for his traditional diving try into the in-goal area. Here he goes. This is great work by Sorensen, a dummy, and off he goes for a big front row. That's a top little run. To Hume. Hume, as soon as he gets into the clear, looks for O'Fire. There he comes, always ever ready, present. It's amazing how he can find open space, this man, but he does it all the time.
And an important kick for Jonathan Davis. The new holder of the Widnes point scoring record in a season, 342 points. But I'm sure he'd swap a few of those for 2 here this afternoon. Right-footed, calm, casual, but he misses it. Slides to the right-hand side of the post, so 8 points to 4 now in Hull's favour. And drama here at a packed Old Trafford as the destiny of this Stones Bitter Premiership trophy still unknown. But just look at this break here from Kurt Soddens. He's looked to have struggled all the season, all the year, with 1 or 2 of those breaks, but 30 was for the one that counted. Support play from David Hume, and the try scorer supreme, Martin O'Fire. No one any chance of catching him, and he's in for the 4th consecutive season, the top try scorer.
That was the try rate that we always reckoned Widnes were capable of scoring, and they finally did it. So Hull now have got to reconstruct themselves, get that defence going like it has been for the first 60 minutes, and come up and start hitting Widnes hard again.
And youngster Dean Busby, a substitute for Hull, slipping on the field for Ian Marlowe. And that's another good ball again from Sorensen. Now then, Widnes are racing away. He's got Gary Wright. Oh, what's he done to Devereux? The wrong pass, the wrong side. Gary Wright was inside him, and he looks up, a certain try gone begging. All Caloto had to do was to put the ball inside, and it was a try. But at last, the Widnes guns are roaring.
Here goes Caloto. He's looked to his left and then decided to go to the right because it looked like Courier was covered by a Hull player. He's passed a long pass out to Devereux, who was knocked down, but the referee has judged that the pass went forward.
Possibly Mose Caloto thought that Greg Mackey could have intercepted the ball on his left-hand side.
I thought that was a possibility. I think he made the right decision there, but the big Blake should have given Courier the ball earlier before Mackey got in between the 2 of them.
But Hull replying back now. Powerful burst. At last, Alex, Widnes beginning to play, but here, no! It's Richard Gay now racing away. Can Martin O'Fire get him? He does! And it's Widnes who come up with the ball.
Well, Martin O'Fire has just scored a try, and he just certainly saved one man. He's the only man in rugby league who could have stopped that try.
I was just saying, Alex, before that Richard Gay break, Widnes at last beginning to look as if they can do something.
Well, they look as though they're getting into the game now, and they're moving the ball about. There's obviously 1 or 2 tired lads out there. 1 or 2 of these old players have really given a lot of effort, and Steve, there must be 1 or 2 of the lads feeling the pinch.
Very much so, Alex. Yeah, you know, I mean, we've put a lot of effort into the game, and like I told you earlier on, it's an 80-minute game. So, and Widnes are obviously a great attacking side, and they're having their best attacking spell at the moment. Hopefully we can weather the storm and come up with the goods.
But Martin O'Fire, he's had 1 pass, he's touched the ball once. You can't keep this man out the headlines, can you? He's a dangerous man.
Well, exactly, you know, I mean, his record is unbelievable, and his pace is tremendous, and we've just come up with an error there, which obviously Widnes are on a bit of a roll now. And the likes of Martin O'Fire and Jonathan Davis there's always going to be trouble until the 80 minutes.
Well, Ray, there you've got it. There's a little bit of tension on the old bench. There's a little bit of excitement on the Widnes bench. But what a great game for Rugby League.
And I think we'll see it all happen here in the next 15 minutes. As you say, Widnes on a roll. Widnes now poised inside this 25-yard area. Hull had the greater share of possession. But here's a header ball that Widnes will be desperate to take. Widnes got problems there. Number 15, Harvey Howard, having to prop against two very big lads. But the ball now out to Davis. Davis cuts inside. Can he use that side step? No, he doesn't. Good tackle there. Good cover tackle there by Russ Walker. That's magnificent second row play. But it's Widnes now on the attack. To Dowd. The long ball to John Devereux. Can he get into the corner? Forced to cut inside. But there's pace now beginning to tell against the heavier, bulkier, stronger Hull side. Courier, the ball to Tate, just a yard short. 8 points to 4, remember, for Hull. Well, that was a waste. That was a waste. I think it should have gone out there. But it's Widnes now on the attack. The long ball to Dowd. Sorensen cutting back, charging, powerful run from this big Kiwi. What a bad pass. Really, Ross, twice Widnes brought it back like Kurt Sorensen did into this near short side. It wants to go to the Davis or fire wing, surely.
Well, Widnes had plenty of people on the far side of the field. Hull had their defence stacked on the side of the field where the ball was played, and when the ball got to Sorensen, if he had to put the ball to the outside, I'm sure Widnes would have scored then. But I think they're trying too hard. They probably think the game is getting near the end and they must score, and it puts so much pressure on them that they do things that don't come natural to them. If they just stay there and relax, you'll find that the things that they normally do will pay off for them.
Yes, I don't think they realise there's 13 minutes left. That's a long time in rugby league in the last quarter of a match, especially one as intense and as hard as this one. To Caloto, will he go himself? No. To Courier. Devereux. What a good game this former Welsh Union player has had. Powerful lad. Looking for the short ball to get to Caloto. He gets it. Caloto now striding away. Beautiful ball to Hume. To Kurt Sorensen. Back inside to Hume. To Tate. Oh, he's in the touch. He's in touch. Alan Tate looks to the touch judge, Mr. Barry Hope, but Mr. Hope says, I'm sorry. He's in touch. Get away, he says. But tremendous pressure on this whole line now.
Here it is on the replay. Kurt Sorensen looks like he's tackled, but he unloads back to Tate. Tate steps off his left foot, heads for the try line. He believes he's got the ball over, but the linesman has got his flag up, and we have to go by the linesman's decision.
So now it needs grit, sweat and tears from this whole outfit. They've got to hold on, they've got to hang in there. They've done a marvellous job here this afternoon. They came here as the underdogs, very much the underdogs. Threw the gauntlet down to Hull in the first half to witness those first 2 tries. But now clinging to victory. Harrison back to Sharp. This is good forward play. It's sensible. They're keeping the ball close, keeping it around these rucks. There can be no danger as long as these big men are driving forward. The 5th tackle, they'll be looking for a big kick and a penalty. Yes, very silly there of that Widnes player. Not getting out of the way. Penalties, quite even. And number 11, Ian Marlowe, returning to the fray. But Andy Dannett, and a lot of work has gone in there from that big prop forward.
He doesn't look like he wants to come off either, eh? It's amazing in finals like this in front of 42,000 people, you can have a broken leg or a broken arm and yet you can still play for the whole 80 minutes.
I think Good sense, though, from the coaches, Ross. They know it's a hard game and they know they won't fit fresh men on. We can see the extent of the damage there. Obviously, some tendon trouble.
Very much so. Though it's the right decision by the coach and the medical staff from the clubs when they bring these injured players off.
So, 10 minutes left. Hull received a battering, received a barrage, but coming back again. Little Patrick Onta scuttering about in midfield. Marlowe driving in again, and still the pressure on this Widnes side. 10 yards now from the Widnes line. It's Mackie the short ball, the long ball now there to the substitute, comes inside, that's a good run! Oh, he's over the line! Oh, he's got it down! He's got the ball down! A tremendous try from Gary Nolan, the substitute. He was the man who scored the try in the closing seconds against Leeds last Sunday to get here in the final, and now he's in here in the final. He was over the line, he was held up, he was poised, and he got the ball down.
Yeah, here he goes now. He's got 3 defenders on him, pushes over the line. They try to turn him over and hold him up, but he gets his arm out and down it goes. Over the try line, a fair try. I think the build-up to this has to go to Greg Mackie. Here he goes, Greg Mackie, a big cutout pass out to Nolan, who has got a player in front of him, so he has a lot of work to do. And he does so by beating 4 tacklers now, and in comes a couple more, and out goes the hand, and down it goes. What a great effort. Determination at its best.
Yeah, we can see this, and doesn't he just do well there to transfer that ball? Just notice, it's in his right hand there, it's tucked nicely under his chest. Now then, he moves it, he holds it, and it's there. There it is, it's down. And just look at that for top-class refereeing. That's where a referee should be, isn't it?
Exactly. He knew the try was there was no doubt. But once again, it was great work from Greg Mackie. Greg Mackie was on the right-hand side of the field there, and he saw that Widnes were light on the left-hand side. So he transferred his position from the right to the left, called the ball, and then done that great cut-out pass to Nolan, who went over for the try. But as I say, Nolan had to do the good work to finish it off, which he did, and 4 marks to him.
So Paul Eastwood now looking for the kick. 12 points to 4 that possibly could prove the death knell of Widnes. 3 times Premiership trophy holders here. Eastwood. Is he going in? Yes, he does. It just sneaks in the inside of that upright. Well judged there by Paul Eastwood. Wonderful goal, his first one of the afternoon, but it's 14 points to 4, and those Hull spectators now, at last, something to shout about for this season. They threatened to take the championship, they were pipped there, and here they are at the end.
Ray, I think some credit has to go to Noel Clear. Like after their coach went home and to coach over at St George, everyone thought Hull will go backwards, and Noel Clear stuck with it. He's got this forward pack fire on all cylinders, and to come here and win this championship, if they do win it, I think it's a big credit to him.
Alex, certainly a lot of grit and a lot of courage there from that pack of Hull.
We always say, Ray, that the match is won by the big men, and I've got a big man here in front of me, Andy Dannett. A little bit of Achilles tendon trouble, Andy.
Yeah, I took a knock on my Achilles early on in the game, and as the game's gone on, the tendons got a bit tighter, and I was a bit concerned I might pull it. But
surely that last try has eased away all the pain. Surely there's no pain there now.
Yeah, what a dream for Gary Nolan. He got the try last week, and it looks like he's maybe going to be the hero today.
Well, Ray, the whole bench are really ecstatic, and what a great game of rugby league this is turning out to be.
It certainly has. We've had everything. We've had spectacular tries. We've had dramatic last-ditch tackles, and I think for raw courage from a lot of these forwards will go a long way before we see its equal. Just 6 minutes left, and it needs something special from these pacey Widnes backs. 14 points to 4 down. Still time. Sorensen. The kick doesn't come off. Dean Busby. Mackey, good run to Sharp, good support play, but it's a forward pass. Mr. Holdsworth stepping in nicely between the two antagonists there, Darren Wright and John Sharp. And just look at the possession that Hull have had there. You can see the mistakes that Widnes have made. 14-4. I think that a little bit of the old soldier, the professional, he took a knock, but I think he's waiting for his side to get back.
That's one of the gamesmanship in the game, Ray. If you've kicked the ball down there and you've got no one to play the ball to, or you just go down injured, even though you're not, gives your players a little bit more time to get on side and reorganise themselves.
So Hull now in complete control, 14 points to 4, settling it down, holding it in the forwards, and there is the man of the match, the winner of the Harry Sunderland Trophy, Greg Mackey. Eastwood. Just 4 minutes to go, surely the minutes now ticking away. That's a good kick, that's a good kick by Tate, but doesn't come off. Knock on. I think Alan Tate there knew that things were desperate. Knock on, 2 knock-ons, says Mr. Holdsworth, no advantage.
He's certainly letting everybody know that there was a knock-on there, Mr. Holdsworth, isn't he?
He was. So Patrick Onta feeds the ball, Onta gets the ball to Mackey. What a good game this number 6 has had. He's ran well, he's distributed well. And a head-eye tackle there from Jonathan Davis. Penalised. And will Hull bother to run the ball against that tackle by Davis, or will they go for goal?
There goes Mackey. I think he's tripped him. Rather than a head high, he's put his foot out and tripped him.
Yes.
It's very dangerous.
And of course, if it is a trick, well, that should be automatic sending off.
Well, he should have been sent off, but Mr. Holdsworth just saw the arm come out, and the arm was a little bit high.
So 3 minutes left. No Hull spectators leaving at all. Ball to Sharp. Fire, interception almost.
Ray, this John Sharp's impressed me today. Like he's been out there for 80 minutes now, and he's still running around like a spring chicken. And I'll tell you what, when the rest of the Hull forwards got tired, he was taking 2 of the 3 or 4 tackles, rucks up in a row. He's had a splendid game.
He certainly has. Tremendous, gritty performance, and surely after this performance, Hull's Australian coach Noel Cleal should be awarded a contract. He has no contract at the end of this season. They're waiting until after this match, but I'm sure Humberside owe a lot to this man, the former Australian Test player who took over from Brian Smith at Christmas.
He's got his forwards running up the way we remember him. Like, he used to be very hard to stop, the wild man of Australian Rugby League, and Harrison and the rest of those forwards out there are doing exactly that.
And Widnes having to pass along the line here now then. This is dangerous as Davies comes away, but look at the man who tackles him. Man of the match, Greg Mackey. Devereux. And still this relentless tackling machine from this Hull side. Kaloto, good ball, to a fire, he breaks loose. No, and there's the other half-back, Patrick Onta. Onta and Mackey played very well behind these big forwards. They've acted as the sweepers. Hume. Closing minutes now, the Hull fans whistling around the ground. The ball to a fire again, gets it away to Tate. Last desperate rugby from Widnes, almost like touch rugby. But surely inside the last minute, time ticking away for them. Mackey again, the sweeper. This Greg Mackey with Canterbury Bankstown and Illawarra in Australia. Came over here just for a holiday, signed for Warrington and then moved to Hull. What a fine job as this big prop forward Carl Harrison done, especially with Andy Dannett having to go off.
80 minutes, like he started the game 80 minutes ago, Ray, and he was running hard, and here we are 80 minutes later, and he's still taking it up hard. That's a big effort for a big man. There's one thing about rugby league, you've got to be super fit. It's a super fit game, and for human beings to be able to go out there and perform as well as both these sides and for such a long period, it's a credit to their coaches and credit to themselves.
Widnes again in possession, but now moving into injury time. John Devereux. Look, just look, the 1, 2, 3, 4 Hull tacklers, even at this late stage. And still that number 6, he seems to be wrapped around everybody's legs. Greg Mackey for Hull. Sorensen, one last charge, one last run. It is to David Hume. And offside. Offside. Again, a good decision from Mr. Unsworth. Firm, decisive referee. But surely now, Widnes trailing 14 points to 4. They can't have enough time left to win this game.
Yeah, Hull are making a replacement. The Australian Brad Webb's coming off, and Damien McGarry is coming back on from the bench. Even though he's got a sore ankle, he's got to come back on to replace Webb, who is holding the shoulder.
At last, possibly a chance for Hull now to grab some silverware after a season that promised so much when they led Division 1, but which faded away in recent months. But now they're back, and as far as Widnes are concerned, who beat them in 3 finals, back with a vengeance. Gow. And it's been a magnificent defensive show from Hull. Caloto. Hume, number 7 there for Widnes, never given up, had a good game. To Courier. Courier, that's a good ball to Devereux, but again the tackling there. There it is. It's all over. Lee Jackson, number 9. You'd think he'd won the football pools, and none more delighted than that little man, Greg Mackey. The 1991 Stonesbitter Premiership trophy on its way to Humberside, and aren't they delighted?